Insurance is supposed to be a promise, a safeguard, something that you and I pay into so that when something bad happens, we're protected. But for many Americans, that promise, it feels more like a maze that was carefully designed not to help us out, but to wear us down until we give up. And one of the most powerful tools that these insurance companies use isn't legal muscle or financial leverage, although they do use that. It's language. They have these policies that are often filled with dense technical wording that few people fully understand. Terms like reasonable and customary, medical necessity, or pre-existing condition may sound pretty straightforward, but in practice, they're flexible and they're vague, and they're often interpreted in ways that only benefit the insurer, not the client. This ambiguity allows companies to shift definitions when it suits them, approving claims in one instance and denying nearly identical ones in another. Then there's the fine print, the exclusions and limitations that are frequently buried deep within these lengthy documents, written in a way that obscures their real-world impact. A policy might appear comprehensive at first glance, but hidden clauses can quietly strip away coverage for exactly the situations that people assume they're protected against. By the time a claim is filed, it's often too late. The denial is justified by the terms the policyholder didn't even realize that they agreed to. Beyond language, the claims process itself can become a barrier. Delays, repeated requests for documentation, and constant back and forth communication, they're not always accidental inefficiencies. In some cases, they function as a strategy. The longer and the more complicated the process becomes, the more likely the claimant is to abandon it out of frustration, financial pressure, or sheer exhaustion. Another tactic they use is selective interpretation. Insurance companies may rely on internal experts or third-party reviewers to assess claims, but these evaluations can sometimes lean heavily in favor of denial. A treatment deemed necessary by a patient's doctor may be reclassified or deemed as optional or experimental by the insurer, creating a conflict where the company ultimately holds the power to decide who lives or dies. And there's also the issue of incentives. In many cases, employees and contractors within these insurance systems are evaluated based on cost control. While not inherently unethical, this structure can subtly encourage decisions that prioritize savings over service, shaping outcomes in ways that policyholders rarely see but deeply feel. And to be clear, not every denial is unjustified, and not every insurance company operates in bad